Hello guys, Views. Welcome back to View Moto channel. In the part 4 of our programming tutorial, we have already created our database and the backend application using CodeIgniter 4. Now we are going to integrate the env connection with the database, migration, seeder, rollback, and refresh. So let's get started. The first step that we are going to do is we are going to create an env file. So let's go back into our VS Code terminal. And then, um, as you can see, this env, just copy it, copy, and then paste, and then rename it .env, rename it into .env. And as you can see, we have renamed it already with .env. And then the icon, it's like a tool or settings. And then let's go to line 42 until 48. Just uncomment it. And then change the localhost into 127.0.0.1. And then the database name is, let's say, view moto. And then the username is root, and then the password is, I did not set a password with my Apache server, so it's we're going to remove the root. And then our driver is db driver is mysqli, and then this prefix, I'm not going to create a prefix for our database, just leave it like that. And then the port is 3306. And let's go to top at the line 17, uncommented, and then save it. The next step that we're going to do is we are going to create our database. So let's terminate the server first, on our terminal, Control C, and then type PHP Spark DB colon create, and then the name of our database, let's say view moto. Vue.moto because as you can see in our env, the name of our database is Vue.moto, and then we are going to create Vue.moto in the Apache server. We are just declared in our variable here that the name of our database is Vue.moto. And then press enter. It says here that database Vue.moto successfully created. So let's check it in the Apache server. Let's go to localhost phpMyAdmin Apache server, and then refresh this page. As you can see, our database is actually showed up here, the view motto. And then let's go back to our terminal, and then we are now going to create our tables migration. So the command is php spark make colon migration. Since we are going to create our login first, we should create our users table. So users, and then it says here that file created at database migration. So let's check it. Let's go to up database migrations. So this is the file that we have created with this command. So when click it, this is the function or the class of users migration. So we are going to declare our fields here. So to be able to migrate our table, we need these functions. Let's comment it here so that uh, we will identify those functions that we need to integrate in our app function. So the first one is add fields. Number two is add key. And then the final one is create table. So these are the functions that we need to call in migrating our table and fields. So I am going to declare a variable for our fields. Let's say fields and then array. Inside the array, we're gonna put ID and then array again. The value is array and then inside the array, uh, put type and then the value is integer or int. The next one is constraint. Constraint. And then the value is 11. And then auto increment. The value of this is actually true. So that every time we put a data in the database, it will just increment by one. The ID will just increment by one, I mean. So we have an error. Put semicolon here and then save. So we need semicolon here. And then ID, after ID field, comma, and then email. Then the value is array. Inside the array, let's put type again, and then um, varchar. And then the constraint is 255. And then the next one is password. And then but the value is array. And then let's copy this attribute of email. Copy and then paste it here. They have the same attribute. And then let's put I forgot, let's put a unique equal to true, because in our user table email should be unique, so that every time we put a data in our users table, it will filter if the email is already exist. And now after the password, um, the next field that we are going to uh, put is first name, and then value is array, and then paste it again here, same value, and then uh, next one is middle name, and then the value is array, paste it again here, and then the next one is last name, and then the value is array, paste it again inside the array, and then after the last name, the creator ID. So creator ID. This is our foreign key. If we put a data in the users table, because it will identify who inserted that data, and then the value is array again, and then paste it again here, paste it again, and then the next field is updater ID, and then the value is array, paste it again here. Actually, let's change this barker into int, because the ID is of our user is integer, as we have declared here is integer. So integer int, and then The next one is role ID, and then the value is array, and then put it again, paste it again here, and then change the varchar into int, then change this one into 11. I forgot to change the 255 into 11. And then the next one is create a timestamp every time we insert a value or insert a data in our table. So created at, and then date and time, and then default value is current timestamp, and then after that updated at, and then the value is date time only, and then we have to execute these functions now: add fields, add key, and then create tables. So first function that I'm going to execute or call is let's say this purge add fields, and then add fields, we are going to put the fields here as a parameter or argument. That one. After that, we are going to add our primary key. So this purge, and then forge, purge or forge, and then forge add key, and then um, there are arguments in this add key function. Let's the first argument or the first parameter is the ID or the field that we are going to make an our primary key. So ID, and then the second parameter is true. Now let's create our table. Let's call the last functions the finale one. Dollar sign this forge, and then create table, and then the table name users, and then that's it. This will be our migration for our users. So we have an error when after we save it. So the date and time should be yeah, should be in inside Spring. We have already set up our users migration. So go back in our terminal and say and type PHP Spark make migration, and then the name of the table rules, because we are going to make or create a rules table, because we have already put our role ID in a users table as a field, and then as a foreign key, I mean, and then let's enter. So we have already created the rules class migration file. This is the rules, and then so let's create fields variable for our rules table. So let's say fields. Oh, let me remove the comment, and then equal to array and id equal to array. Then inside of it, inside array, let's say type, and then the value is int, and then constraint, equal to 11, and then auto increment equal to true. And then the next one is the name, then equal to empty array inside of it, type, then darker, it's darker, not darker. So the constraint is 255, and then the next one is creator ID. This one is will be our foreign key with the user's table. So creator ID equal to empty array. Inside of it, type int again, integer, and then constraint is 11. And then another foreign key, updater ID. Updater ID equal to array, and then inside of it, type, and then integer again, and constraint equal to 11. And then created that, created at um, date, time, default is current timestamp. Current timestamp. And then the last one is the updated at, and then this one is only date time. Yeah, we have the fields variable inside the array is the attribute of, I mean, the fields of our table, including the attribute. So semicolon, and then let's add our key, the primary key. Um, this forge add key. Add key, this first parameter is our ID, and then second parameter is true. And then let's create our table. This forge create table, and then our rules table, rules. So the next step that we are going to do is we are going to migrate our tables. As you can see, we have two tables here, the users and the rules. And now we are going to migrate our tables in our database in Apache server, and let's check it. As you can see, our ViewMoto database doesn't have a tables yet. So let's go back to the terminal so that we can migrate the tables in our database. So let's type PHP Spark migrate. We have an error. It says add fields at line 58 users file. And then let's go to users file, and then add fields. Oh, okay. Let's remove the S, just add field. Then let's check the other code so that we will not get an error again. So we have the field is not equal. So let's add S here, and now they are equal. So save, and then let's take it also in rules class file. And then we don't have add fields here, so let's add it. Dollar sign this forge, and then fields, add field only, and then the parameter or the argument is fields. Let's check our fields variable. Yes, it's fields. Yeah. Now let's save it and then run it again. PHP Spark migrate. Oh yeah, we have successfully migrated the tables that we have here in migrations folder, and then let's check it in Apache server, and then refresh it. Yeah, we have the rules and users table here. So let's check the fields of users. Then structure. These are the fields that we have declared here in our users file. Yeah, ID, email, password, first name, and then it says here email, password, first name, middle name, etc. Then the rules. Let's check it also. Yeah, we have ID, name, creator, and then etc. So the migration of our tables is done, and then let's go back to the terminal, and then let's create a seeder where we will going to populate a dummy data for our tables, users and rules. So let's type php spark make seeder, and then the name of our table, let's say users presenter. So the file was created in database seeds. As you can see here, this is our seeder file inside seeds folder. And now we are going to create a rules as well. So PHP Spark make seeder, the name of the seeder, the rules. So presenter. So we have created as well. As you can see, rules and users and rules. Now we are going to create a dummy data in our tables. So let's make a variable for first for our users. So dollar sign key values, and then equal to array. Inside of array, let's say email, and then the value of email, let's put view motto at gmail.com. And then the second one is the password. In this field, we are going to call the password hash, so that the value of our password will be encrypted in the database. Um, Password hash. The first parameter is the value of our password. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then the second parameter is capital password underscore, and then b crypt. Yeah, and then comma. In this function, it will return the value of 1 2 3 4 5 6 into a ASCII codes. It will not show the correct value of our password, which is the 1 2 3 4 5 6. It will show something like this. Yeah, it will be encrypted so that the password of our users will be secured. And then the next key value here is first name, and then the value is J, and then the middle name, and then the middle name is you, and then the last name is um, and, and then the last name is Moto. And then creator ID is 1, and then role ID is also one. Yeah, we have already created our um, key value pair for our users table. And now let's call the function to create the table and insert the key value pairs in our users table. So dollar sign this db table, and then function. The parameter for this is our users table name. Let's put here users, and then another function insert, and then we are going to put this key value pairs as a parameter here in the insert function. So let's say key values, and then that's it. Let's save it. Let's set up the rules as well. In rules, we are going to um, do the same as we have done with the users. Let's say fields, no, key values equal to empty array, and then inside of it, id, no, name, and then the name is administrator, and then creator id is one. Yeah, let's call again the function to create tables and insert these key value pairs like what we have done earlier with our users table. And then dollar sign this db table, and then the name of the table, which is the rules, and then insert function, and then we are going to pass the key value key values as a parameter or arguments. Key values, and then save it. Now we have already uh, set up the seeder of users and rules. Now let's run it. Let's type here clear. And then PHP spark db seed users. So it says here that seeded. Now let's check our database if this key values here is inserted in our users table. So click this one and then click the users. Boom. As you can see, the values of our users table is already showing here as what we have declared here in our seeder. As I've said before, the password will be encrypted in our database because we use the password hash. We will not save the password as what is the original value of our password. We save it as a encrypted so that the password is secured. Now let's also seed the rules table. Let's go back to the terminal, and then let's type php sparks db seed rules, and then seeded. Let's go to our database and check the rules table if there is a value. Boom! As you can see, the rules table has a value. The administrator and the creator ID is 1. As what we have declared in our rules file in our code. The value is the name is administrator and the creator ID is 1. And then as what I have shown here is the name is administrator and the value of the creator ID is 1. Then let's go back to our terminal because we are going to execute some commands like rollback, and refresh. Now, let's go to migrations and users file. Then, as you can see this function down, let's call the function drop table. Dollar sign this forge and drop table. And then the table name of this migration is users. And semicolon, then save it. Then let's go to roles as well. Type that also is dollar sign this forge and drop table. And then the table name is rules since we are in rules migration. So then save it. Let's run it. I'm going to show you first the database that we have. This is our database rules and this is our tables rules and users as well as with the migrations. Then let's run the code, the command php spark migration rollback. Then press enter. I mean migrate. Not migration, it's migrate. PHP Spark migrate rollback. And then press enter. Command says rollback, yes. Are you sure you want to roll back? Yes. As you can see, done rolling back the migrations. Then let's go back to our database. Click the view motto database. As you can see, the users and rules has been gone. Now let's execute the PHP Spark migrate refresh. Are you sure you want to refresh? Yes. Then click this again, the view moto database. As you can see, rules and users has migrated back. So guys, Cabius, don't do this command in production environment because you will be dead meat in your boss. I swear. There is also a possibility that you will be put in jail. Or if you do that, just prepare a dozen of your resume so that you can apply in other companies. So we have done the database migration, data setter, rollback, and refresh. So that's it for the part 5 of our programming tutorial. In the part 6 of this programming tutorial that I am going to upload soon, we are going to create a authentication API in the backend side, and then we are going to implement a reusable API calls using Axios. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel so that you will be notified for the next videos that we are going to upload.